Okay, we are live. So hello everyone and welcome back to the AEZ Quadratic Grant with DoraHacks. We're in round five at the moment and this is episode two of our demo sessions with some of our fantastic grantees. So first of all, huge congratulations to all of our grantees for making it into the round. We've got a number of veterans that have been with us before. So if you want to see their progress throughout the rounds, you can go back and check out the past videos from the previous rounds where they did demo sessions as well. I'm super happy to have everyone here today. And thank you everyone for tuning in, whether you're live or catching up on YouTube afterwards. Just a reminder for the AEZ, this round, as for every round, there's over 8K Atom up for grabs, which is distributed through Quadratic funding. So if you have any Atom in your wallet, you can head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ, donate that to your favorite projects, and that will determine the ranking and how much each project gets from that Atom pool. That's over 8K. It's almost 9K Atom for that. And there's a simultaneous pool for the Macy vote, and that is over 30K USDC. So a big thank you to Dora Factory and Atom Accelerator for providing the USDC there. And a big shout out to Cosmos Hub for providing the 8K Atom for this round as well. So for Macy, just a reminder, if you're an Atom staker on any validator, you are whitelisted. So you can just log in with your Kepler wallet. You're automatically whitelisted and you'll be able to vote for free. There's not even any gas to pay. So if you're an Atom staker, just go ahead and check. You will be eligible to cast your votes and you'll be able to vote for a number of projects, ranking them from your favorite downwards, and that will determine how much they get. So super excited to have everyone involved in that. We've got a number of projects today. Let me just go through who we have. We have Cosmos Indexer, Chain Abstraction, SNAILS, Multisig, Swift, and Apello. So 6 projects today going to be demoing. We're going to try and keep it all within an hour. So without any further ado, I'll be quiet and hand over to Cosmos Indexer. Are you ready to take the stage?
I am, yeah, thanks. Everyone able to hear me all right? I assume so.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Happy Friday, guys. It's great to be here again for round 5. Thank you guys so much for bringing us on again, and thank you for the teams that are helping support this. I'm Dan B with I used to be with Defiant Labs, but I've rebranded recently to Bryant Labs. And we built the Cosmos Indexer SDK, and we are going to show you kind of a refresher of what it is, and then some of the new stuff that we have planned for this commitment. So we've been working on this tool for a bit. It's probably been about 2.5 years now. It initially started off as being targeted purely for solving tax problems, but we realized that it could solve a whole bunch of different data-driven problems. So really what this is it's a tool that allows you to query data from any Cosmos-based chain very easy and in a structured way. And we'll dive really deep into how that works in a bit. Slide. Yeah, so the main things is you define the data you care about. So you don't have to index everything. You can be like, I only care about this one particular thing, governance votes, IBC transfers. So you just define what's interesting to you. You point it to a node. And if you guys need any help like running nodes, reach out to me. I've got lots of connections and I can run stuff for you guys too. And then the SDK will return the object to you in a way that you can use it easily in your application. And I'm going to bring Peter on. He's my lead dev, and he's going to talk a little bit about how this application actually works and a bit of the history.
Hey, everybody. My name is Peter. I'm the lead dev at Bryant Labs. So yeah, I've been developing the Cosmos Indexer SDK for a few years now. So the main problem that we were faced with originally was how do we get on-chain data? How do we process it? How do we update it? Where do we store it? We, like Dan said, we're working with tax data, or at least trying to format on-chain data into tax data. And so we came up with what was originally the Cosmos Tax CLI, which was the precursor to the Cosmos Indexer. So we took those patterns that we learned from the tax CLI, all the access and querying patterns, how to get the data off the blockchain, and where to store it and how to handle it. And we came up with a generalized SDK that will allow us to index any blockchain that is Cosmos based using actual Cosmos code bases. Next slide, please. So the solution that we came up with was providing simplified and efficient data access patterns. So we wanted to reduce complexity for developers. We would use our expertise that we have built up over many years indexing Cosmos chains, and we would create an SDK that developers could use, and they could let us handle the difficult problems that we've already solved. And they could take advantage of our packages. So we think this is a proper solution for this. So our code base supports real-time data access and processing. It reaches out to the blockchain on a per block basis for transactions, events, all that kind of stuff. And it formats it into a well-known pattern for the application and allows indexing into a database. We think that this pattern is flexible, customizable, and that's why we're pushing out the SDK. Next slide, please. So what have we been working on in the previous DoraHacks rounds? The latest updates to the Indexer SDK is a complete rework of how we handle custom message types. So what we mean by custom message types is the Cosmos SDK comes with a bunch of internal modules. It's built in a modular way. You can include modules on a per module basis. We wanted to bring in all the Cosmos SDK base modules, which are included by default, but we needed a way to bring in chain-specific modules, such as Osmosis, Token Factory, other types of modules that are not in the Cosmos SDK by default. So we've reworked how the package system works. We've come up with a new system called Cosmos Indexer modules. And this is a separate project that we're maintaining and updating on a regular basis. And these will bring in the transaction types that you need for your custom chain specific modules. So we're actively working on that. We've had a few people reach out and ask for support for particular blockchains, and we're keeping an eye on that repo for updates as people request them. The current in progress work that we're working on currently is a complete refactor of the database system. The database is currently hard-coded for Postgres, and we want to allow developers to bring in their own database that they use instead of having to use the one that we decided to use originally. So that's what's latest updates. If you could go to the next slide. So what are we planning on in the future? And this DoraHacks round, the commitments we have, there's two high priority ones. We want to focus on dynamic query optimization. So when we're reaching out to the blockchain, we've hard-coded all the data access patterns, how it queries the data. We want to allow developers or users of the application to define dynamic queries so that they can reduce the size of the data or enhance it, or even bring in a custom query pattern that can be brought into the data set and passed along all the workflows that we've built. So that's something that we thought was a high priority because there's certain data patterns that you cannot get on a block basis, or you can get them on a block basis, but they're not involving transactions. There are other data sets inside the blockchain. So yeah, we'll be focusing on that. The next thing we want to also focus on is modular chain profiles. So per chain specific module sets, I guess is how you could describe it. So we would package up all of these chain specific modules into a chain package and allow developers to just bring in the whole chain into the indexer. This would allow for much easier use, and you wouldn't have to define your own custom modules. Next slide, please. The further improvements, they not lower priority, but slightly deprioritized for the other two, are more community-driven module developments. We would provide Kickstarters of a sort. So the current pattern that we have is the Cosmos Indexer SDK modules is kind of light. There's not many chain-specific packages we've developed yet. And we also have a number of examples in the code base that are more for documentation and reference purposes. So the idea that we want to improve with is we would build way more chain-specific modules, push them out for high-profile chains or whoever comes and asks for support. And we would also attempt to create indexers for specific data sets using our expertise in on-chain data, such as, NFT indexers or interchain account indexers or governance module indexers, that sort of stuff. So we could push out chain specific indexers for specific data sets. So I think if we have time, I can show a demo.
Yeah, let's do that
Okay.
first. I'll stop sharing.
I will be quick with this one. Just want to show a little bit of what we've been working on and how it works. Okay. All right, so what we have here is the examples folder in our project. Like I said, this is for documentation and reference purposes. People can come and take a look at it, how the code base works, all that kind of stuff, and run it for themselves and modify it as they see fit. So what I want to show here is the modular approach that we've taken to including chain-specific modules. Let me increase the font a bit. So the first example I want to show is something called the block SDK. So the block SDK is something developed by Skip MEV. It allows top of block auctions for running transactions before other transactions execute. So that's a quick update on what that is. So I wanted to build a custom chain-specific module that includes the block SDK transaction types for indexing. These are not Cosmos default transactions, so we have to define them beforehand and bring them into the application. So what we did is we took a look at how the block SDK works, which messages it creates, and we included a new package in our Cosmos Indexer modules, this new project that defines these message types so that we can get them off chain, parse them into the message, the underlying message that it is, and then index it. So we've built this package so that we can get the message into our application. And then while you're using the Cosmos Indexer, all you have to do is call out to our block SDK modules, this extension module that we've built, and include the custom message types by type URLs in your application. So with this 10-line or 20-line code base, you can now index the block SDK modules. For instance, Osmosis uses the block SDK, and you could get auction transactions off of Osmosis using this indexer. So that's the first example I wanted to show. Let me just run it real quick so we can take a look at the demo. Just gonna run it. All right, so a bunch of debug messages came out. So real quick, I'm filtering out all the transactions I don't care about. We do that through a JSON file for ease of use. You can also define that in our SDK as well. So you can see that we're skipping a bunch of transactions we don't care about, Osmosis transactions. However, there should be a auction transaction here at the top. Right there is where we find it. We have indexed that into our database, and I can show you that by running a SQL query. So yeah, everything else was skipped. We only care about the auctions. So this is our data set for this particular demo. The other demo I wanted to show, and I'll be real quick about this one too, is our governance voting patterns example. This one kind of goes pretty deep into our custom parsing part of the code base. So normally we're taking the data and putting in the database in a shape that we've defined, kind of hard-coded. You can't really change that. However, we have built a interface wrapper around parsers, as we call them, that allow you to define your own parsing methods and models and take data off the chain, turn it into your custom model, and insert it into the database. So it's a very simple interface with you just define what your parser is, you define an identifier for it, how to parse the message itself, and how to insert it into the database. So you're having to handle all that stuff yourself, but it allows you to define custom data sets. We have a bunch of registration functions. I'll skip that in interest of time, and I will just run this so you can see the data shape as it's being built up. Okay. So again, you can see that we're skipping a bunch of transactions we don't care about, but we did find some votes. Since this is a governance voting uh, indexer, we're looking for votes in particular, and we can run some queries. So I have a demo SQL file that pulls out my custom model and shows these two transactions had addresses voting yes for proposal 987. That is about it for my demo. So I will stop sharing, Dan. You can go back to the slides.
Awesome. Thanks. I did want to show one example of, and I'm doing this live on the fly right here. Give me 1 second. I do a new slide. No. Peter, are you prepared by chance to bring up the elections demo? Like, can you just show like a image of that or anything by chance? Because I wanted to give people an idea for like a vision of like what could actually be built with this tool that we've developed.
Sure. I think I can find an image. We did take that app down.
Quick as you can,
Just-
guys. I think we've got a few others to get through.
Sure.
okay.
Fair enough.
We'll
Yep.
pass. We'll pass for now. I'll show it next time in round 6. But yeah, let me just close this out real quick. So I'll share the final few slides. So yeah, that's basically what we built. The reasons why you should support this initiative is you can build really awesome apps fast. And next round, we're going to show you an example of a tool that we built for the Atom Accelerator DAO 2 rounds ago for tracking their election. With about 24 hours of development, we were able to have a full functional web app and a custom indexer running just for tracking their governance elections. And then, yeah, the other one is we think it's very valuable to standardize the way that people query chains. And if you do support us, this is kind of like what we're targeting. We're looking to raise about 45K this year. Most of it's going to go towards dev around the custom chain modules. And then we also think it's important to educate developers. So we'd like to host 5 different workshops online, basically just working with developers for an entire day, showing them how to build their own custom indexer and just helping them make progress towards using our tech stack. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at DanBryan80 or on Telegram. I'm at DefiantDanB, and I'll pass all my links from my Buildable profile if you want to check it out. And thank you guys so much. We appreciate you listening.
Great. Thank you, Peter and Dan, for that presentation. Let's go straight over to chain abstraction.
Yes, if you guys give me a second, I'm gonna go over and share my screen. And as soon as I get confirmation from that you can see it, like I'll start talking.
Yep, I can see it. Looks good.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm Cromston from Megarock. Our project is account abstraction, chain abstraction and account abstraction. It's already 3rd or 4th round with here, and it's like want to thank everyone for support. And we don't have like a ready presentation. We'll just go over through everything that's been built so far and give a feedback about what's happened in the previous rounds, like what happens in the last one, and shortly go over what's going to be done in the next one. So we build different tools for implementing chain abstractions on a dApp level. So we're focusing on the dApps. We mostly like dApp builders in the team. We've been focusing on that when not so much on the infrastructure itself, like building new chains and so on. So dApp is like where we want to focus on, because there's not enough of that. And we are building different protocols, tools, and like also the dApps themselves that showcase like what how to achieve account abstraction and chain abstraction. And also all primitives are available for any other applications on the network to use and easily implemented. So the issue so far with for example, with other ecosystem and why the struggle is everyone's trying to build a new built-in new solution uh, for applications to integrate. Instead of creating primitives, they kind of just invent the new solutions, and then the app developers, they basically faced with all the problems of how to integrate them all. The way it's shown in Cosmos, we have multiple blockchains that try to implement, like using custom modules, using like launching different new chains, trying to solve the issue. But even then, remains as a problem. So if we go really quick, like if we show like what we're talking about, like if your chain is built with Cosmos SDK, like if it's like standard modules, like we're not talking about it. Like Ethereum, like EVM specific ones, you only support like Cosmos signatures, and your dApp you cannot like allow users from using other wallets, like from other ecosystem, to easily use your applications. There are, as already mentioned, some of the projects like try to invent custom modules to do it, but even in this scenario it remains a problem, because all these wallets, you need to somehow get the proof, get the credentials to pass to either your custom modules or like to like a smart contract, to your like smart contract business logic, where we're gonna go over next. And it's like remains a hard problem, like like just implementing the passkeys took us like around many days of business work. So you cannot, if you want to achieve chain abstraction on like chain levels for every dApp to do it easily, you cannot like leave the developers to themselves for this problem. So in order to tackle that, we have a suite of different like projects, tools to make the life easier. So like we have client-side tools, like, so for example, in this case, NPM library that allows you to easily get the proof, like for example, get the passkey and use it somewhere else, like if it's like Ethereum address to Ethereum, like MetaMask credentials to basically call MetaMask, give me to ask MetaMask to sign a specific message, like what message to sign, and so on. And then we have client or Rust side, smart contract side tools that allows us to verify it. So in some cases, like it's handled by custom modules that we mentioned earlier, but we sort of building general purpose solutions so that it can be achieved on any Cosmos chain that has a Cosmos in it. Like for example, Cosmos Hub since recently has it, and as soon as if it goes permissionless, it's going to be a no-brainer to use it. If we show, so the idea is that we want to allow any dApp developers to customize their application in order to support users from other ecosystems or like non-crypto users at all. If we for one-off applications, where you want to do it, like for example, is our token bound accounts. The idea here is that we don't have like regular accounts. We have like accounts that somehow related to NFTs, and they bind to it. So we want, instead of having like general purpose like smart contract wallet, we created an account related to our application. And for example, in this application, like our accounts know its inventory. They have like an inner indexer to know which NFTs it holds and so on. And it also, as we mentioned, we can control it using alternative like customized credentials. So for example, if I simply want to stake a small amount, and just show again, like my balance was 190 before, and like if I want to increase my stake a little bit, for example, with additional half star, and when I press stake, instead, like right now, I disabled my Kepler wallet and extension, and like and this account was configured to be controlled by passkey. So like now, simply with Touch ID on my Mac, I authorize the action, and in a few seconds, as soon as it gets processed, like we get a result that we authorized the action using passkeys instead of our Kepler wallet. And so we want to allow any developer to have this feature to be easily able to add it, but we'll also build like solutions for existing applications so that they don't need to do it like from scratch. And yeah, like this is like basically like also sort of problems that you need to to tackle when you implement it. Like you need to, since we sort of creating a new type of accounts, we also need to add security. Like we need to check chain ID, contract address, like nonce, and like what actions user are signing. So there's a lot of security issues, and in addition to simply simply huge amount of work you need to do, you also need to think about security, which is also frequently get ignored. And then you need to somehow like build it together in order for your app to work. So we provide solutions for on every level, and sure, like the way we're trying to solve the existing infrastructure, because like not every dApps want to upgrade. We also provide proxy. We're working on proxy accounts, which are basically the most simplest smart account or wallet you can have on a network in order to onboard like a user from another network. For example, if you have a MetaMask user, you'd simply create an account that can only controlled by MetaMask wallet, and then the MetaMask user will get a normal Cosmos address that it doesn't normally have, and then later it can use any app on the network. It can use like it could use it for holding NFTs or like voting on governance and so on and so forth. Like we covered the proxy accounts in a previous demo, so we won't go that much into detail this time. And so as for the next topic that we are gonna working on, like we will be working on session keys. So like here's the basically like a meme, like summarizing of what we're trying to tackle. So imagine that now we already are able to build an app like this on Cosmos. We can have like a game that is in where we authorize users using credentials of alternative ecosystems such as MetaMask here. But the problem is like if you have a many actions, like if it's a game, then like on every second, on every action, you need to sign it, which is not ideal user experience scenario. So like for that, we were working on session keys. Session keys are basically if you go like if you talk about really simply, you just need to sign it once, and then like if you trust the website or the game, it will remember that you already signed it once, and then it use the same signature behind the scenes for an hour or as long as you use the website or so on. So like this other ecosystems such as Ethereum like work hardly on it. Like they have like new standards. Quite fresh, trying to solve the issue. They have like hugely fine team with the big names like such as Dan Fenley like, of MetaMask and so on. And we are trying to sort of compete with them and bring the same solutions with Cosmos. So really happy that you guys have been supporting us so far on DoraHacks. So your votes are really important to us because like yeah, these teams are basically funded by huge Ethereum foundation in Cosmos, such because there's like a lot of fragmentations. It's like there's not so much standardization going on. So like you guys basically make it possible. So there's already also some of the existing works like the standards built here we already sort of went forward and tackled some of them like in our other projects like tools that we're building, but also some of the chains, some of the like projects and ecosystems such as Osmosis recently added like one trade clicks where they also sort of implement session keys. So we're trying to standardize and build solution which is usable for anyone, for any developers, for any dApp builder, and in a sort of standardized way that works together and in a like incoherent way. So this is it for us. Like, thanks a lot. And yeah, if you have any questions, happy to answer.
Okay. Thanks, Cromston. It'd be great if everyone could keep it under 10 minutes. I think that was just about 10 minutes there for chain abstraction. So that's great, just so we get through all the projects. And if when you're starting, if you could start with like a 20-second, just really quick overview of you, your name, the project name, and kind of an overview of what it does. That makes it a lot easier for us to edit together like a highlights reel, which we like to do for social media. So that'd be great. Let's head over to SNAILS next. Scott, are you ready to go?
Yep, 1 second here. All right, I'm Scott with Snails. I've been battling the flu, so hopefully nobody gets any computer viruses from this presentation. Snails, some of the introduction I had cover in our first few slides, so we'll get going. Problem number one we're looking to solve is the content creator problem. It's difficult for small-time content creators to gain traction in Web3, and we see bigger content creators within the space. I'm sorry, I'm really sick right now. Small time content creators have a hard time getting monetized, and the big time content creators are usually using their viewers as exit liquidity. Problem number two: educational content is scattered across multiple platforms. This creates just some fragmentation for people, newcomers into the ecosystem to try to find out the type of content that they need to view. Problem three: content is out of date and it's not engaging. Currently a lot of the Cosmos content is focused around the 2021 bull run. A lot of the tutorial videos that get published are, for Kepler, for example, are all from 2021 before the most recent UI update. So Snails has a unique solution. We built a community of content creators. We currently have around 15 to 16 content creators, everything from blog writers to video creators. So our community, every month we vote to distribute content creator rewards, and we do this in a transparent manner. Solution two is aggregate content from everyone. So here's a little preview of our front end that's getting worked on currently. This front end will give us a better user experience for new people to come and find. We aggregate all of our content into Telegram and Discord bots, which allows community managers in different communities to be able to quickly access our content to be able to help new people, whether it's how to install a wallet. Maybe somebody wants a high level overview of an application. They can find it all through our front end or through our bots. And solution three is create content that will have people coming back for more. This is really back to our front end. We utilize OmniFlix for their interactive videos and short courses, and they can earn an NFT. So, really the basis of Snails is build the branding through the NFT, and then focus on keeping the content creators happy. Who are the customers we want to cater to? Obviously we have our holders, but we're really focused on trying to onboard new users and our viewers. And we also engage various communities through our engaging content. Here's our 4 pillars of Snail. So we have our educational content, obviously, our blogs, tutorials, and how-to videos. Our Discord and Telegram bots, these recently were upgraded to improve the search functionality in round 4. So now instead of really just a key term, we have different categories. So you can type Atom, and then you can select which piece of content you want to see. The interactive videos is a key part of what we're trying to do. These are modeled after Coinbase Learn to Earns. So people will watch a short video, something 2 to 4 minutes long, and they'll answer a couple questions. And then if they answer the questions correctly, they'll be able to claim an NFT. And then our community. So, creating content through Snails, you always have, our core viewers and the people who try to help us get the word out about the project. So, currently our educational content's primarily hosted on OmniFlix. We'll be looking to expand to other platforms here starting next month. We're looking to expand and get our content into the Solana ecosystem, Polygon as well, Lens protocol, stuff like that, so we can just help grow our word and grow the gospel of the cosmos. Here's as mentioned before, our Telegram and Discord bots, our tools for community managers. Definitely forgot to update this graphic here. This doesn't show our new categories for our search functions, but our Discord and Telegram bots are powered by Akash, and they're great tools for community managers to quickly help new people into the ecosystem. As I mentioned before, things like what wallet do I need, where can I stake? All of these things are the type of videos and content SNAILS is trying to produce. Our slime time challenges. Here's one example of the crypto dungeon. Crypto dungeons, it's secured by the partial set security. So these are the type of questions that we're trying to include in our videos, and try to educate new people about the various AEZ chains, Atom, Stride, Neutron, and
Sorry, keep going.
Okay. So here, there's a type of the unique artwork that the users who answer all the questions correctly can claim. These NFTs are based on OmniFlix, but in the near future, part of our commitment for part 5, we will be utilizing these learn to earn NFTs to govern the publishing of SNAILS. So anybody who holds our learn to earn SNAILS can publish their content directly to us and get all of their content onto our front end. Kind of creates a wiki, if you will, and then we also will add it to our Discord and Telegram bots. So together, SNAILS is building the next generation of publishing and content creation, through kind of treasury funded monetization. I guess I should mention as well that anybody who publishes content through SNAILS has the opportunity to monetize their own content. So we're pretty unique in that aspect as well. So that's pretty much it. Apologies for being crazy sick right now, but that's about it from us.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott, and get well soon. As we hit the halfway point, I just want to remind everyone that the Macy round is open now. So if you're an Atom staker on any validator, you're whitelisted, and it's open till the 3rd of February. So you've got 10 days left. So get stuck in. If you're an Atom staker, you'll be whitelisted, and you've got votes to cast for free. Let's head over to La Multisig. ¿Cómo estamos? Milstein.
Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm here.
you're here. Great. Floor's yours.
Give me a sec. I'm sharing right now. So, hi everyone. We are La Multisig. We are empowering the Spanish-speaking Cosmos community in LATAM. So, what we have done in 2024. We reached 1K attendees across all the hosted events. We hosted Celestia Buenos Aires Meetup. We hosted the Blockchain Beach Buenos Aires along with the Nodes Guru team. We also hosted Cosmos Buenos Aires, the first Cosmos event in Buenos Aires in Argentina, along with the Cosmoverse team, with the support of Akash and Keychain. We also hosted after with Akash Salud Buenos Aires. It was an amazing moment with all the community. We also hosted small events that called La Multimeet with the partners of the Atom Accelerator. We've been this helped us to partner with many Cosmos projects, such as you are seeing in the slide. But we also were media partners in more than 10 events all over the world. We were media partners of the Never Summit in Brussels, Cosmos Denver, and obviously in Denver, Cosmoverse in Dubai, and many events in New York, and also in Medellin, in the Cosmos, in the first Cosmos Medellin that the Keychain team hosted. So we are trying to increase the Cosmos brand awareness in Argentina and in Latam for the Spanish-speaking community. That's one of our main purpose. And we are boosting the local community. We expanded the Argentine Cosmos community from 0 to 150 members. That's a huge achievement for us, and we are very happy what we have done. But the most important thing is that we are transferring knowledge to the dev community. We are helping them to onboard them to all the languages that we are using in Cosmos to build their own projects in our ecosystem. So what's next? We are creating the Web3 Knowledge Hub for the Atom Economic Zone. We are creating onboarding guides and DeFi tutorials for the users, Cosmos Chain documentation, and technical courses and workshops, so every builder will be able to know everything they need to build their own chain in Cosmos, and also do it and all this content will be in Spanish and available for more than 500 million people in 20 countries around the world. We are doing it all our best to teach them how to build in Cosmos, hosting an AEZ online workshop series, teach them how to set up your own chain, how to develop Cosmos smart contracts, and making an introduction to the ecosystem, and teach them how to configure their own nodes. And the big thing that we are going to do in the coming months, we are hosting the Cosmos Day at Aleph in March 25. If you don't know what is Aleph, it's a movement that they are hosting pop-up cities here in Buenos Aires. The last one were in August, when we were media partners, and more than 2,000 people from all over the world come to Buenos Aires to connect with the builders community, to taking part of the hackathons in the Startup Accelerator. Teams from Turkey, from the US, from Brazil, and other countries in Latam came to Buenos Aires to be part of this movement and to connect with the community and with the projects. So this year, in this occasion, we are hosting the Cosmos Day because there are many other ecosystems that did this on the last year, and Avalanche, and for example, on Ethereum, obviously, and Solana did these activities, but Cosmos didn't. So this year we are going to do all our best to host the Cosmos Day in Aleph, so people will be aware of the best things you can do in the Cosmos ecosystem to build your own project with the Cosmos chain stack. So that's it. Follow us, please. If you want to be part of our Web3 knowledge hub, if you were trying to reach more people and more developers all over the world from this Spanish-speaking community, please make contact with us, and we will help you to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Milstein. Amazing. Glad to have you with us for another round of the AEZ. Let's head over to Swift.
Awesome. Thank you. What's up, everyone? My name's Costa. Can I continue? Awesome.
Just 1 second, yeah, Milstein, if you unshare your screen, there we go. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Costa, over to you.
Awesome. What's up, everyone? My name is Costa. I'm one of the co-founders of Swift Protocol, alongside my CTO and co-founder, Joseph, who will be showing off the demo. A little intro about Swift. We do end-to-end data management. with a unique user experience where we can provide notifications across multiple different channels, SMS, email, and also push notifications. The point of this is we want to bring users back on the platform so people can reach their users to notify them about relevant events. Basically, your users would have like a better user experience using your product and also you can also educate them in this type of noisy world where people receive notifications on different channels like Discord, but it really feels like lost. This really makes it feel very personalized to every user. And we just want to pick up retention and bring users back on the applications that they're using. Joseph, you can show off everything else now. Thank you.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Good to see you all again. Let me just go ahead and share our Try It Yourself demo here. I'll just give you a quick look at how we're using these email notifications for validators. All right, can everyone see my screen? I'll take that as yes.
Looks good, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a quick demo here for you guys. I've basically put this quick thing together since the last round of grants to show off how we deal with validators. Just go ahead and select one here. It kind of does most of the work here for me. Kind of selects a random delegator and preloads it with a newsletter article, but all of this is customizable, and I'd love for all of you guys to play around with it once we make this available to the public. So I've got my preview here for the newsletter. This contains an article that can be attached with a tracking link as well, so you can track which ones of your users click into your articles and so on. Delegation information. So this is very specific to the user. We can do this monthly, right? So every month we'll send out a newsletter to every user that's signed up automatically, and it will provide them with both their custom information like delegations, governance results, etc., and then a mass message. So it can be a newsletter, it can be really anything, it can be a YouTube video, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much the content right now. I'll go ahead and send this over to myself to show you guys how fast this delivers. There we go. And it should appear in my inbox. There we go. And here's my newsletter. This is a tracking link as well, so we're able to track this directly on a user dashboard, so we can provide this this data directly to our customers. Thank you.
Thanks, Joseph. Costa, are you jumping back on, or is that it?
I can show off like our new landing page. That's fine. Or Joseph, you want to continue that and get into the encryption
Yeah,
side
sure.
of things?
I can show that off really quickly. Yeah. Good. We did update our landing page since the last round of grants. I can take you guys through it very quickly. Just some more information about how these notifications work and some other examples here. Costa did mention the encryption. I'll go ahead and explain this for you guys very quickly. The demo that I just showed you uses a temporary key that's created at the end for the email, and then we just discard that temporary key immediately. But in a real world environment, we'll want to store these pieces of information like emails, device IDs, etc. The way we do this, this graph kind of explains it. The idea here is we separate the encrypted data so we create a temporary key, right, first and foremost, and then we separate the decryption key and the data between Swift and the application. So neither party can decrypt the data without the user's authorization. So whenever we have a user authorization, the app will send over their key to Swift, we'll decrypt the data, and then we'll send over a notification. So the data really only becomes visible at the time of execution. we have a couple articles here that we'd love to share with you guys. You can find all of this at swiftprotocol.zone, and you can find us on Twitter/X at swiftprotocol.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, DoraHacks. Thank you, AEZ.
Awesome. Thanks, Costa and Joseph. All right, let's head over to our last grantee, Apello. We might even keep this within the hour, but feel free to take 10 minutes if you want. We've got Joe.
Hello, Jane. Can you hear me, Jim?
I can hear you very nicely.
Okay, sure. I'll try to keep this within the hour. Yeah. And yeah, first of all, thank you so much, team, for the opportunity today, and yeah, for giving us all the chances as Cosmos builders to build and yeah, to help us fund our projects. That's super amazing, super cool. Yeah, I'm Joe, the founder of Apello. We are a 2 years old project. We started back on Terra, and now we are supporting most of the Cosmos chains. In the last round, we managed to onboard two new chains. We promised one, and we added two. We also shipped the polls powered by NFTs and tokens. Tokens is not fully supported yet, but we have polls by NFTs already live. That was amazing for the community. Apello is a tool that helps manage and grow the communities in general. So we provide a set of tools that will help you manage, secure, and grow your community. That's the vision that we aim for. In this round, we are planning to push a new utility which will be super helpful for the space, which is the Apello whitelist management tool, which is fully compatible with the token gating, so it will complete our main product. As an example, you as a community manager, NFT project manager, or just a meme coin manager, you can easily whitelist or onboard new communities for your project, your launch, or airdrop. You can only ask them to join the community. You can set a rule for the whitelist, and this rule. So let's say you have an NFT project X, so you whitelist them. So when they join your community, they verify, they get the new role, and with that new role, they can also attach to it a whitelist. So with this, there is no. It's literally like seamless for you. You will do nothing. You just give them a time deadline for claiming the role and submitting the whitelist. Then with one click of a button, you get a file that's ready to be published to most of the Cosmos protocol, Stargaze, I don't know what you name it. So that will be super helpful. And due to the latest change, we onboarded, we really received a lot of traffic, and our matrix counted once we reached above 100 verification, 1,000 verifications, sorry, per few minutes. So that's really caused the system to fail, and cause some delays in replying to and doing the verification. And with that, we added the load balancers. So now we will be able to distribute the verification when we reach our peaks. So by this, we will ensure the verification is in seconds, no matter how many rules you have while it's connected, or people verifying at the same time. And you will see the queue. You can check. So if we really reaching the limit, you will have there a queue, and it will let you know that you are in the queue. And once your time, once it's your time, we will verify, and we will DM you with the notification of the claim role, so you can check. That will be that's the goal for this round. And yeah. So let me go on and share with you an example of our product for now. So this is a sample of the tool. So it's verified by Discord, it's secure, and it's now in more than 1,600 projects using Apello for now, in the Cosmos and out of the Cosmos. And when you click, so add this check where you see, I think I double click this or something else. No, that was from the check I did before the stream. So it will tell you that we are checking your wallets and stuff, because in this server we have really tons of wallets of rules, And me personally, I have over 20 wallets linked, and I will show you this in a few, so you can check it all. And you can see, so look how many rules I claimed. So that was in really few seconds. And if you check all the holders roles that we checked, that's really a lot. And Apello is one of the fastest token gating solution that we have here. And if I show you the amount of wallets linked, you will be surprised. Then you will see you will confirm that it's really working fast. Like okay, let me check the linked wallets. Okay, so you see, these are all wallets linked. Okay, I will just remove it. So for security purposes, for privacy purposes. So this is something that you only see, so it's not visible to anybody else. And you saw that the bot just printed over 22 wallets, if I remember last time I checked, and you see how many roles we have, and that was done like in seconds. And with the new load balancer, it will go from like 15 seconds to maybe 3 to 2 seconds with this amount of rules and complexity. This also proves that we really have no limits. You can, as a community, add as many rules as you want. You link as many wallets as you want. No need for you to collect or transfer or do this basic stuff that we see on some major other solutions. But in Apello, no need. Just link them all once, and you can go and verify across all the communities that we support. And yeah, thank you so much for this.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Joe, for the presentation. Thanks to all of our other teams for presenting today. And thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Just a reminder that if you head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ, you'll be able to cast your vote in the quadratic funding or the Macy round. The Macy is open till the 3rd of February, and then it'll be about a week after that that we'll be announcing the results. So super excited to see how the voting goes this round. Big thanks again to everyone for taking part and making the AEZ quadratic grant with DoraHacks such a success every time. Amazing. Thanks everyone so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, James. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dora. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. See you around.
Thank you, everyone. See you.